Well, I said I would make a video of my progress on the layout. So this will be a, short video showing what I've done so far. The project is not totally complete, but I'll move over here to the area that I've been working on this year since I got home from Florida in March. This is the river scene that I worked on between March and I don't know, maybe June, and required a fair amount of rock work, as you can see in the foreground on the side there, and even going toward the back. That was kind of difficult working back there. But the scene also required the having 4 bridges, the one in the back, the one there in the middle, and then there's 2 in the foreground. Both of these bridges required scratch building. They're both scratch built. One is the highway bridge, obviously. The railings are from a kit, but the rest of it was I put together by myself. The one in the train bridge, the railroad bridge in the middle there, is totally built from styrene, plastic. So notice, if you will, the little canoeists in the river there. There's a farm here on the side of the river and a road that leads down to the farm. The next scene that I worked on is the one next to it, which is the canyon scene, and I've been working on that since about, I don't know, July, August sometime. A lot more rock work. It also required building 2 more bridges. There's one that you can see there. But the canyon is probably, I'm thinking maybe 8 feet long from one end to the other. So it required a fair amount of rock work. I'm going to kind of fly over the area so that you can see what was required. I had to do a lot of castings and then a lot of painting to get it to looking right. All the way down here, and here's the end of my scene, the end of what my current work is, and the end of the canyon. So you can kind of see, looking back toward the river, you can kind of see the whole scene. And you can also see that as of right now, while I've got the structures in and the road is finished, there is no trees or bushes in the foreground. Just the stuff along the mountains in the back. We have a road that comes from the background off in the distance through a little house there that is going to be Joe's Bar, and ultimately leads down to the farm. I have decided to model the branch line, which is back there near the mountains. I've decided to model that as abandoned by the railroad. I was never happy with it. Couldn't get switches to work right. Trains kept derailing, and putting cars and trains back on the track was a hassle. So I've decided to forget it. Life is too short. I want to move on to other things. So I've decided to model this as abandoned. So the track will be weathered. There will be weeds and trees growing. I've stored some old rusty, crapped up coal cars there, like I often see on abandoned rail lines and rail sidings. Here's, by the way, the grain mill in the foreground. Over here, I have temporarily put a locomotive on one of the branch line tracks. I plan to weather that severely and make it a rusty old hulk that was left there to rot. That particular model is a very old one. It is unable to put a computer chip in it, so I'm going to use it to play with, probably. Down here on the branch line in the corner is a coal mine which is going to be an abandoned coal mine. And I've started work on it on the scene there. You can see there's a couple of old cars that have some trees and bushes growing up between them and around them, and some more bushes in the middle of the track and stuff. I'm going to continue working on that and probably add some more to it. But that is what's going on my layout right now, and I hope you enjoy this little brief tour. Bye.